This video is to show you how to do a t-test with your data. Now, a t-test is when you only have two groups. When you have, say, your control group and then your experimental group. So don't do a t-test if you have more than two groups. So the easiest way to do it is to use the XLMiner tool pack. So I'm going to show you how to do it that way first. Remember, try to get this add-on if you can. Once you open up XLMiner, you'll go down to, there's a bunch of different t-tests. So what you need to choose is the t-test to sample assuming unequal variances. We're just going to assume we're not going to do a variance test, but we'll just, to be on the safe side, we'll just assume unequal variance. So t-test to sample assuming unequal variances. Then this box will pop up and it'll want your different ranges. So click in the first range, your control. You can leave the words there and make sure you don't have any letters in your boxes with numbers. So you'll notice up here I put the uncertainty plus or minus, and then the unit is there. So I highlight that column and then I'll click there. So C3 to C13, so that's good. Now let me click in variable 2 range and then click on the second range. Hopefully that'll adjust it. There we go. It can be tricky sometimes getting those, like when you click, it'll switch it, but just play around with it, where you're clicking and when. Oops, look at that. Back. So I gotta go back. Then click. There we go. Okay. So C3. Yeah, I don't know if I click off the box, then I guess it locks it in. So C3 and then D3. That looks good. I want to do labels, so make sure you click labels because I did leave the labels there, which will make it easier to analyze in a minute. Then you need to put the output range, so I'm going to click below and then click in the box B15. So that looks good. Just double check. Sometimes the variables, these box ranges will switch on you, so make sure you check. They still look good. And I'm going to click OK. And then here's my output. It automatically calculates the mean for me, the average. So here's almost 11 regular plant growth, and here it is 15 millimeters with the coffee. Ooh, plants like coffee. Amazing. What I'm looking for is the P2 tail number. Let me highlight that. And what you're looking for here is if that number is less than 0.05, then it's significant. The p-value is less there's a significant difference between the groups. So and you see it. So here that you would say in your report there is a significant difference between the two groups, and therefore coffee does have a meaningful impact on the growth. Of, we'll say these are radish plants. But before you do that, you make sure you talk about the null hypothesis, right? You are rejecting the null hypothesis, that there's no difference. So I reject the null see the coffee and that means you accept the alternative hypothesis. That coffee does have a significant impact on radish growth. Okay, so that's where you write up, you're going to put this printout, copy and paste it right into your lab report. So what to do if you don't have access to Excel Miner, you can't get it, you've tried. There's still a way to do it. So what you're going to do is I would just click on the side of your data table, and what you're going to do is go up to Insert, Function, and then go to Statistical. And if you go down, forever it seems, you're going to click on t-test. So you can kind of see it right there. Insert, then go to Function, then go to Statistical, and then go to t-test. So if you click there, it's going to set up this function for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight, first thing you do is highlight your control data, and it's going to put it, it'll tell the computer to calculate those numbers, then put a comma in. It's really important to put a comma in. Then highlight the second group, your experimental group, and you'll see it pop up right here and above. Hit a comma. Then we got to put two more numbers. You're going to put 2 because this is a two-tailed test. And then you're going to put another 2 because this is a, what's it called? A two-sample test. We're comparing two samples together. And then you're just going to, you can see it right there. It gives it to you 0.0033. Just hit enter, and it'll put it right in there for you. So this is your p-value, and you can see it's a little bit different. See, what was this? Is 0.0334, 0.0356. So it's a little bit lower than the one that the Excel Miner calculated, but they should be pretty close. It's fine to use either one. So here you still see it is significant. So you would say, again, you're going to reject your null hypothesis and accept your alternative hypothesis.